On this video, we're going to talk about 3 REITs that offer great yield, great growth. I'll be telling you as well like which one of them I intend to add it to my portfolio maybe in a new future, and also do a quick comparison in between the 3 of them, which one would be my favorite for. Just before I start, this channel is the Dividend Fire. Here I share my progress in my dividend retirement journey. So I invest in dividend stocks, seeking to retire early as possible. So I'll be sharing this channel stocks that I intend to add it to my portfolio in the future, the tracking of my dividends, how much I'm getting paid the dividend per month, and all of this stuff. So if you're really interested in dividend investing type of video, strongly recommend to subscribe to the channel, and please click the like button and also check out the other videos that we have in the channel. The channel is just starting and the support is highly appreciated. So our first REIT of our list is VICI, VICI Properties. VICI is the ticker. VICI Properties is basically a REIT in the gaming sector. The most of the buildings are located in Las Vegas and the Vegas Strip, so including restaurant, bar, clubs, sport books. They have 49 leading game facilities. For example, you can even see here in the picture like Caesar's Palace is one of their buildings. So they have top quality assets on the Las Vegas gaming industry. They are really strong REIT. We're going to be talking about a bit some numbers related to VICI. So currently the stock price is at around the 30s. We have a dividend yield of 5%. I love stocks and REITs when they are in the 5% range, because my intention is to keep my portfolio, dividend portfolio, at least 5% of dividend yield. So I can guarantee at least I'm getting 5% of my overall investment. Is the number, there's no specific reason why I choose, it's just a number I'm happy with it, and I'm really happy when I buy stock and I know I'm getting 5% at least annually an income based on that. VICI has a great 5-year CAGR, 5 years dividend growth increase of over 42%. It's just a massive growth. Like, it's just too crazy when you think about it. This doesn't exist. It's a too great growth. It's also because VICI is kind of a new REIT, so like let's hope VICI can maintain this great growth for a longer period. Let's hope, but start by a dividend yield of 5% with this amazing growth is really, I don't have VICI yet in my portfolio, but I really thinking add some time on my portfolio. Also, they have a consecutive hikes and dividend of 5 years of consecutive dividend increase. So again, it's not a bigger number. I usually like to get at least getting close to 10 years. I feel a bit safer. I feel like I can believe that this REIT, this stock has a commitment with the shareholder. They really care about paying off the dividend. They really know that that's the type of shareholder they have that care about the dividend, and so they have a stronger commitment with the shareholder in terms of paying dividend. But VICI is a new REIT, so maybe there's a bit this risk. We don't know much the historic of the REIT. We don't know how reliable they are. I kind of getting bullish towards VICI, and I believe that in the long term they probably will be. VICI shows a lot of potential, and I really believe in the future of this REIT. And here just a quick example. Let's say if you invest 1,000 in VICI in the current price, you're probably getting per year, not counting tax, a bit more than $50 per year in dividend. And I really like to see when you talk about 1,000, because like if you just buy one share, you just getting, let's say, $5, like it's very small amount, which all cool, but everyone start low. But I like when I see 1,000, because I see a bit more fulfilling. I kind of like to mirror like that. Oh, when I invest 1,000, I have an extra 50 in my annual income, and this way I can by thousand can building like that annual income, that desired annual income that I have as a goal. Moving on to our other REIT, our second REIT and the second REIT in this list, and it's ticker CCI, Crown Castle. So Crown Castle is a REIT that is an infrastructure sector. It's about towers, small cells, fiber. So it's on this infrastructure of internet, signals, Wi-Fi, this type of thing. So basically what they do is a really interesting business model because they have those towers, and each tower they have, I have the picture as example here. So in only one tower they can have income from 4 different tenants. This makes the business very interesting because, you know, like for each structure they invest and they have this tower available, they will be able to make 4 times an income for each tower, and it's a great model. Like and you can see here, like they have a 40,000 towers. On the map here you can see across the US how relevant they are. Like they have towers all over the place in the US, fiber as well, small cells. Small cells, a part of the business, has been growing as well. And if you want to know more about the type of the business and learn more about Crown Castle and this type of REIT, this type of infrastructure REIT, towers, and that offer this type of service, has this infrastructure available for companies such as Verizon and AT&T. I recommend they have a look in their website, Investors Crown Castle, and you will see tons of information there. It's really interesting. I still studying about that type of industry. It's still a new thing for me, but at the moment I already find it very interesting, and it's a model I just think like we need this type of structure in the world we live now. We really need this type of structure. We don't see the world without, you know, like we won't have basically internet. That's our life is based on internet nowadays. But moving on here, so the stock price is the range around 100, 110. A dividend yield of 5.71%. So again, like this is a really nice dividend yield, especially in this list we talk about nice yield with nice growth. The combination of dividend yield and dividend growth, when both has a nice number there, man, in the future, like the potential you get a very big yield in the future is a good chance, because you have that big dividend growth compound on top a really nice dividend yield. This can make the whole difference, and after 10 years and especially 20 years ahead. So the year's growth, the 5 years dividend growth is 8.5. It's not as big as the previous example we had with VICI, but it is still really nice. 5 years growth of 8.5 to a dividend yield of start for 5.7. Man, it's really, really nice. I really like this combination. It has been increasing the dividend for 8 years consecutive, and it's really nice. It's the double of the time that VICI has doing so far. So I think it's really nice. 8 years consecutive is getting closer to 10 years, making me feel way more comfortable about how reliable this REIT is in want to increase the amount of money they pay the shareholder, the commitment they have with the shareholder. And here the income per thousand would be $57 per year, adding there on your annual income pile for each thousand you invest at this price and with this yield on Crown Castle, ticker CCI. I have to say Crown Castle I really is really considering adding my portfolio anytime soon. This combination of dividend yield and dividend growth just blows my mind, and I really like how this type of structure is important for our society, and I believe is a very strong and reliable business to be invested in. As alternative as well, there is the AMT, American Tower Corporation, is also a tower REIT. They operate in the same segment, and they offer a smaller yield, but they also have a bigger dividend growth, a big amount of years that they have been increasing their dividend, bigger dividend growth rate consider the last 5 years. So if you want an alternative for the towers REIT, I also think it's a nice idea, have a look at AMT, but at this point I would go for CCI rather than AMT. Moving on to our next REIT in the list, ticker Cube. CubeSmart is a self-storage REIT. Basically, like they offer storage space for people who, let's say, you have a garage full of things that you throw there you don't want to throw out, but you want to keep your stuff. And it's very common today's. People have a lot of things at home and they don't know where to put that. Nearly anyone can relate at some extent with that. This type of REIT, this type of business model has been showing very needed in society. It sounds silly for some people, who needs self-storage? But yeah, a lot of people does, and especially in US, people has a lot of stuff, and time pass by, they buy more stuff, and they need a place to put all these things. So CubeSmart is a self-storage that they do good business with people hoarding habits. Is a business that's really things nice to have a look at it. It's a very interesting business model, and they have interesting numbers as well. So going on the numbers here, so CubeSmart has a stock price at the moment around the $43, a dividend yield of 5.42. Okay, it's not the 5% yield at least that I like. If I was going to add CubeSmart to my portfolio, I would wait a little bit more, see if the price go a bit down to reach at least the 5%. I try strictly to keep the 5% there. I try the most as I can. In the moment we're living now, we have many great dividend stocks that's paying like at least 5%. So definitely at this point, I wouldn't get CubeSmart with this yield yet. But if you would get to 5%, I would highly consider to add it to my portfolio. So the dividend growth rate of the last 5 years is 10%. Is really nice number. Some 10%, if the dividend was at least 5% there, would be a great combination for me. But it's still, even at over 4% yield there, this combination is still mind-blowing. It would do a big impact in a portfolio. And the consecutive hikes, dividend increase consecutives in 12 years is a great number. It's above 10 years. It's just amazing. And the annual income per thousand that you would add it to the pile there would be $44 a year. It's good to be aware as well, like CubeSmart is kind of a bit small REIT in some ways. When you look the market cap there, they have a market cap just around 10 billions. I believe it's a REIT there is a lot of potential to grow over time as well. It's quite small, I would say. So overall, these three REITs, I think they are amazing, high quality, and offering a high yield, not the highest yield, but a really nice yield and a really nice growth that's combined together. Man, this can do a big impact in the future in anyone's portfolio. So I'm really excited by these three of these REITs, but I will say which one is my favorite one, and we're going to a quick comparison here to see which one I would choose. So we have here VICI, CCI, and CubeSmart. CCI is Crown Castle. So judging by the yield, the winner I would say is Crown Castle with 5.71, and I give a score to Crown Castle. On the growth, there's no you can't argue here. Is rich properties with 42%. You can't agree with that. Like I don't know. Like that's numbers I got from Seeking Alpha. If you actually intended to invest in any stocks here, please do your own research to make sure that you really make the right decision for yourself. On the dividend increase, the winner here will be CubeSmart with the 12 consecutive years there. And essential put it here as a matter of how reliable the business is. Like, and I think between them, which is the game industry, is it essential? No. Okay, you can argue with that because people need entertainment, so can be essential in some stage, but I think it's not as essential as the other business like Crown Castle. The infrastructure there, we need this infrastructure for our society, this type of infrastructure. So this for me makes the business really necessary and really reliable for the future. CubeSmart is I put as a maybe there because okay, self-storage a lot of people need, but not everyone. I think it's a case sensitive scenario. But overall, in the center here, I think the winner of this category would be, in my opinion, Crown Castle. So overall here, the winner on this simple comparison here, I would say that Crown Castle would be my main choice, you know, like would be for me the best option when you talk about yield and growth together, and also you have an interesting amount of annual increase on dividend, consecutive increase on dividend, and also is a really essential business. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not investment recommendation. So please do real research before buying any stocks, okay? And please consider subscribing to the channel, click the like button, support our channel, and it's essential, extremely essential that you leave your comments, share your experience, share your knowledge, what you think about each one of these REITs. Please share in the comments here. That I think is really interesting. We sharing this information. I'm new to dividend investing. I'm investing in 2018, but specific on dividends, I'm quite new at it, so I have a lot to learn as well. Please share for me. I would love to learn with you guys as well as I go. So I say here, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.